Okay, my beautiful friends, here we are. Weekend is over, sadly. It's time to get back to work. So yeah, it is Monday, June 22nd, 2020. Here's where we are. Before I maybe go off a little bit here. Stock futures are higher across the board. However, implied open for the markets is pointing towards a lower open across the board. Again, and I covered this yesterday, we have two fronts colliding here. Fear and greed. We're going to find out how this is going to play out, but we have a slight hint already this morning pre-market. The 10-year yield is dropping slightly. So what does that mean? Fear is slightly winning, at least for now. But again, we know the game. We know how they're going to play it. Now, I also covered yesterday that if fear were to win this week, we would see gold and silver get bid up. Well, right now, as I am doing this video blog, gold is catching a bid, silver is catching a bid, and cryptos are catching a bid. The dollar is under a little bit of pressure here. So we're getting a mixed bag. Generally, if there's a lot of fear, what happens? You get the knee-jerk into the dollar. So we have kind of, again, a mixed bag. You got the 10-year yield slightly lower. You got the dollar slightly lower. So we really need to see how this plays out here. Crude oil is also under a slight bit of pressure. But let's step back here and look at the bigger picture. If you were following the news yesterday, even this morning, there's all this talk about vaccine. We need a vaccine. The president is saying, we're close to getting a vaccine. I mean, they are hyping this vaccine to the highest order. I want to hear from you. What do you think is really behind it all? It's just, it's so sick to me. People want a vaccine. Really? Most people I talk to want nothing to do whatsoever with a vaccine. But the mainstream narrative is vaccine. A vaccine's coming. It's tremendous. It's fantastic. It's going to save the world. Obviously, we know this is a completely false narrative. But again, that's the agenda here. Distract, deflect. Really, I don't know about you. I don't want a vaccine. I will not be getting a vaccine. Most people I know, again, have no intention whatsoever of getting a vaccine. But, the experts, even Federal Reserve presidents, they're all doctors now. We need that vaccine. President, tremendous. Vaccine's coming sooner than we thought. So you got, again, the Fed and the president and all these other creatures of the night, on this vaccine narrative to such a sick, twisted degree. So look, right now, again, stocks are pointing towards a lower implied open regardless of stock futures being higher. Metals are catching a bid. Cryptos are catching a bid. Crude under a little bit of pressure here. 10-year yield slightly lower. Dollar slightly lower. So we got a mixed bag. It's all about these two forces that are going to collide this week. If they continue to push the fear narrative, virus is getting worse, we're all going to die, we need a vaccine and we need it now. If they keep doing that, it's pretty obvious how this is going to play out. Market will fall under pressure. But if they float out some stories like, vaccine may be out sooner than later. New drugs across the board. You can shove them down your throat or maybe up your and they're going to help you. That's what's going to happen. It's twisted. And again, of course they have. And it's not working. The U.S.-China trade deal narrative, they tried to float it out several times over the last few weeks. I cover this. But it's not working. It's losing its appeal because people understand it's all fake and it's all propaganda. This whole thing is all fake. It's all propaganda. We got 46 million people still out of work here in the United States, but it's great. It's tremendous. Did you hear the president during his big speech? Our economy is doing great again. Really? Are you kidding me? No, but that's what you must be convinced of. We're great, booming. Meanwhile, we have great depression levels of unemployment. Earnings nowhere. And we got this this whole other thing. This multiple expansion with regard to PE ratios and the way the market is trading. I mean, look, I could go on and on about it, but again, you know the drill. This whole thing is some twisted, sick nightmare that they are pushing down the throats on everyone, and they're trying to control your mind via the mechanism of fear. You know how it works. Make people afraid of one thing, and that's it. You can control them. You can turn them into zombies. And that's what they've done. I mean, most people, not you. You follow this blog, you get it. They are zombies. They can't walk and chew gum at the same time. And they're being misled and on an epic scale. All right, look, I'm out of here. I love all of you. That's the truth. I'll see you later at the end of the day, and we'll sum this all up. That's it.